G'day folks, Ben from Snows today showing you 23Zero's latest lightweight hard shell tent. This is the Saber Superfly. This tent, the tent alone weighs 45 kilos, so really lightweight tent for a full length tent. It doesn't fold in half, this just has that sandwich style opening. Add 6 kilos for the ladder and 2.4 kilos for the roof rails on top, and the kit as you see it here, everything included is 53.4 kilos. So you can put the ladder inside or put the ladder in the back of the car if you're trying to reduce the weight of your vehicle. If you're not putting stuff on top, it's only 45 kilos you've got on top of your vehicle. So really lightweight option. Before we dive in, we've got loads more content like this on our channel, so make sure you like and subscribe below. Now let's jump into the product. Now it's made with the main fabric here being a 300 GSM ripstop Oxford fabric. It's a synthetic, a slightly lighter weight awning fabric that goes around the top here, but still really durable materials, made obviously with lightweight in mind. Same with this, a heavy duty mesh, but still slightly lighter than some, but still like, it does feel like a really tough mesh. It's certainly not a lightweight mesh by any means. The frame is a powder coated aluminium. So this is a folded sort of aluminium, goes along the bottom here, and same as on the top here. If I put my fingers up underneath here, I can get my fingers on both sides of this and feel that it's a folded aluminium. So all of that sort of riveted together makes for a much lighter weight frame. Got a big heavy duty gasket here to stop the dust and stuff from getting inside when it's closed. And then you got this soft tonneau cover. Now this is sort of a loose fit cover here. This is what saves weight as well. So this is just attached around the edges with a key strip and some Velcro. Gives a bit of flexibility. You can pack stuff inside. We've got another video where we show you how to set it up and pack it down. And I fit a big double sleeping bag inside there really easily. And then on top, once again, alloy these two roof rails here. These aren't adjustable. They only fix where the mounts are on the side here. You can fit, they say 10 kilos distributed evenly upon here, nothing over 20 kilos though. So I wouldn't be putting 20 kilos on one spot, but they're ideal for a solar panel or maybe some max tracks, just a lightweight thing on top here, but they are fixed in that place there. You do get these included as well. So if you have got something like maybe a small surfboard or something you're putting up there, you can use these to tie stuff down. So they come included with your kit. If we have a look down the end here, we'll show you the hinges. So you've got the hinge that runs around the side here, heavy duty hinge, then a hinge halfway through, and then you've got the hinge at the other end as well. So it is nice and, the hinges are nice and solid at this end here. They are a steel hinge as far as I can tell. So nice durable hinge there. As we walk around, the German engineered Stabiler struts, so good quality struts. They're not really strong struts, so it is easier to close this down than some of the tents you've known in the past. These are double doors, and this is mirrored on the other side. So you've got mesh on the outside with a solid panel on the inside. So it's adjustable from the inside. I'll crawl inside shortly and show you all of that. You've got ladder mounts on the side here. So 2 ladder mounts here. This is mirrored on the other side as well as on the end. So you can mount this ladder wherever you like. This is a 2.3 meter extendable ladder, and it just hooks onto these mounts here in any spot that you like. This doesn't form part of the stability of the tent, just hangs on the side. As I move around the front, you can see you've got this big awning that comes down the side over this door a little bit, so you can grab that ventilation at the top of the door here, open it up, and you've still got rain protection. Goes right across the end here. You've got another double door here. This is stiffened at the bottom, Velcro at the bottom here, with a bit of a stiffener bar in this section of the fabric here. And then that opens up to a mesh doorway inside here as well that opens from the bottom upwards. If you follow right up to the very top of this doorway, you can see you've got a mesh panel here, so high level ventilation. As you go around, it's exactly the same on the other side, same double door. But you do get, one other thing we've got at the end here are these shoe bags. So I've just got these hooked around the handle. And these handles, by the way, you've got a handle here and here, you've got the same at the other end. So you can use these handles to pull yourself up and down once it's mounted on top of your vehicle. I've used it here in this instance to put this boot bag on, which has a little mesh panel at the front, zipper compartment here, there's mesh on the bottom, so if you do put wet shoes or anything in there, it's going to dry out. But you can take these off and move them wherever you like. So there's just a Velcro strap over the bottom there. 2 of these come with the kit. And I could put this, if I liked, around this side here. If I had the ladder on the opposite side, I could use the ladder mounting points to attach it on this side here. So just a a shoe bag that you can put wherever you like. Now, interestingly, it does come with a Velcro panel on the back here. Can't identify with where that would attach. It's just a Velcro panel. I guess if you've got somewhere else with the hook side of the Velcro, you could attach that if you like. But at the moment, I can't find exactly where that would attach. Just use these for the moment. The total dimensions of the tent when it's closed, 23Zero stated is 212 in length by 127 in width. Add a little bit for the handles and the brackets at the end there, so allow around about 220 in length, and a little bit extra for the width as well. But when this is packed, it's about 16 centimeters in height. So it's a really low profile tent when it's packed as well. So you're not going to notice as much wind resistance. If you're interested in the installation and setup of this tent here, check out our other video where we go through what's included to install it and also how to set it up and pack it away. But for now, I'm going to jump inside and show you the space in there. Now the total height, head height, is 140 centimeters to the top internally. These doors, the external zip operates both the solid panel and the mesh panel, and then inside here you've got another zip that separates the mesh and the solid panel there. These can just roll up and be tucked in near the edge here. You do have tabs here so you can secure it on the side if you like, or just tuck it in next to the mat there just to keep it out of the way. So I'll crawl in now. The total space you've got in here, and I'll lie down shortly, is 206 centimeters in length and 120 centimeters in width. So a good space for two, a cozy space for two. First thing I do, I guess, is lie down. I'll show you the space. So I've got fairly big feet. This does have a wedge shape at the end there, so not heaps of foot space, but I'm 185 centimeters, and even with my big shoes on at the moment, I can fit in here. I've got my head space. I'm just at the end here, but I do have head space. And if we go down to my feet, you can see that I am short of the end. My feet are touching the top, but I have got my big boots on at the moment. Without them, there would be space. For anyone who's really, really tall, may find it a little bit limiting, but you got to get that balance between weight and space. If they go and add all the extra frame brackets and hinges and stuff, it's going to add extra weight. 140 centimeters in height to the top here. So if I sit upright, I've got heaps and heaps of room. So two people could sit in here and play games or whatever if they like. There is still plenty of headspace. Bit of a tour around. Now I've got a light in here. This is a light in the store here. This doesn't come included, but you do get this LED strip light here that's just attached on the Velcro strap, and you get a nice big cable there to plug that into, and then a USB port on the end, so you can plug that into your USB power bank. Starting at the top here, you've got these integrated. These aren't movable. These are integrated pouches. So you've got mesh pouch on each side, and then your little audio pouch for a tablet or something if you want to lie down and watch some movies and stuff. Below that, 3 more mesh pouches for organization. Once again, these are all fixed in. They're actually sewn to this top here, which is a kind of a quilted fabric section. If I push down on this, you can see where the panels are in the top there, or the bars that run across. So this runs across the center, and then if I run up, there's another one around about here. So you've got those bars there. So when the bedding sits in here, that's all that's pushing against it, and there's room here for the bedding to kind of squash up into the roof section there. I'll flick this around to show you the very top here. So you probably can't see it, but this is the mesh panel that I was talking about. So you've got that high level ventilation there up out the top. This is a mesh panel for the door here. You can open this from the bottom upwards, and then I've actually opened up the external panel there and rolled it up. It's secured at the top there, so you can use that as an entry and exit if you like. Put the ladder down out that side there. Behind me, same as what we just crawled through, you've got a double door here with a mesh and a solid panel. So I've got solid panel here, mesh on the outside. That zips right up. Nothing above that. Not much more to see in here. It's fairly straightforward. If we come around to this end, we do have little access points here. So you've got a zippered point there. That's also reflected on this side here. So you've got a zip just to be able to get the cable inside here for power inside the tent. The last thing we haven't talked about yet is the mattress. So this is a 5 centimeter rebound foam mattress here. It's quite comfortable, quite firm foam in here as well. And underneath that is a 1 centimeter thick anti-condensation mat to keep this mat from wetting out. So has got a removable cover so you can wash it if you need, but yeah, quite comfortable mat. Not really thick, but it is quite comfortable. And I'll show you a little bit under here as well. You can see this is an aluminium base. It's a solid base in this one here. It doesn't have slats, it's a solid base, so that's just a thin aluminium. And you can see on the sides here, if you kind of follow this around and go up to the end, you can see that this is the folded aluminium construction of the frame. It's not extruded aluminium, it's folded, but it still creates a nice strong structure, all riveted together. Now the other thing to note is, and we noticed this straight away, is these bolts here are here to hold the mounting rails on underneath, and they stick up into what you think might be the sleeping area. But I can't feel them. They're perfectly comfortable. If I lay down, it sits around about, let's mark it, so it's about here, and then there's another one about here. And I can't, if I push down, I can just feel it. But that's if I push down in one spot, but laying down, I can't feel anything in my back. So if that is a concern for you, I wouldn't be too concerned. That seems to be fine to me. And it is just off the side from where your main sleeping area is. In terms of the mat comfort, when I'm lying down, really, really comfortable. My weight's evenly distributed. When I sit upright, I do go through to the bottom there, but there's none of those bolts in the middle, so I'm not sitting on that. They're over to the side here. So it is quite a comfortable mat. Once again, what 23Zero is going for here is a perfect balance of comfort and lightweight. So 45 kilo tent with a 5 centimeter nice comfortable mat inside. You could upgrade this too if you wanted at some stage with a self-inflating mat, but I don't think you need to. This was like a really comfortable mat straight off the bat. That is 23Zero's Superfly lightweight rooftop tent. 45 kilos for the tent plus a little bit extra for the accessories. Opens up a big scope of vehicles that this can go on top of. You do need extra mounting rails or a flat platform to be able to mount it on. But check out our other video where we show you all those details. We'll go through those details and show you how to open and close it as well. Otherwise, you can check this out online at snowies.com.au.
Commissioner!